been to a few of the other Canary Islands, and they are all vastly more beautiful than this one. This one, literally, is kind of like the arsehole of the world. The only thing it's got going for it, I think, is the sand dunes way over there. They were beautiful, but you see, it's a tiny spot. All the rest of it, and I've been travelling on buses. I went 2 hours north, and then I went 2 hours. No, sorry, I went 1 hour north, and then I went 1 hour south. And this is all you get, just forever and ever, just rocks and the odd bush. And it's bizarre, but you can see down there you've got those cultivated patches, and those lines going down, they're irrigation channels where once upon a time people tried to scrape an existence from this land. And when you look at it, well, it's just rocks. It's just volcanic rock, sand, and you can see that there's the odd thing growing. And then they would live in places like this. And I'm supposing that's before all that was built. So a few hundred years ago, they were trying to scrape a living from this godforsaken island. And the very, very disappointing thing about it is that's all it is. It just goes on like that forever and ever. Whereas in Lanzarote and Fuerteventura and what's the other island I went to? I went to one of the other islands. Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Tenerife. Tenerife is absolutely beautiful. Really beautiful. This, I think that's where the devil used to live. I think the devil made home of his domain, and any wayward souls that tried to scratch an existence from this place met their demise. They all would have ended up being petrified. They would have eventually turned into just dried bones, mummified bodies, all the moisture sucked out of them. Look. That's a remnant of one of these dudes that lived in there. That's all that's left of them. In actual fact, that looks like the socket of a knee of a beast, or maybe a bit of a hoof. Seems weird to have that bone, but it seems like maybe it would have been this part, and I'm pretty sure that's how everybody else ended up. So, looking down in this valley, there are tracks. You see, there are trails, and Lord knows where they would go. Maybe they were originally built by people that lived in places like this, and they would go and see neighbouring villages, something like that. Or maybe they have been built by tourist information. There are some hikes that you can go on, but who'd want to come on this hike other than mad dogs and Englishmen like me? But it's nice just for me just to get away. Being the last day, had to just get away from the maddening crowd. Otherwise, I don't get any level of satiation. Got to explore, got to get out there on my own. And so, I came up over the raggy, craggy mountainside. But now, I just saw some of these four-wheel drive buggy things. They was driving up here, and you often get those sort of tours, and I'd like that sort of tour if it was near and I could be bothered to do it, but I never came upon one, and so I didn't bother. But I've done those sort of things in multiple other places. But I found a roadway which will take me right back down to the beachfront, so I don't have to risk life and limb. But you know, a fair bit of cloud cover today, and up here you can hear the wind. It's a wee bit breezy, but it's just pleasantly cool. And so, well, I could hang around up here. I've had my half-an-hour meditation. That was very pleasant. What else would a soul do? It's like being on the moon, people. Get a bit tiresome after a while, being on the moon. So it's amazing how you can actually get anything that lives. Well, over millions of years, there's always going to be something that's worked away. It's worked out how to do it. Here's some buggies again. It's very tame, very tame. I remember when a mate of mine and I did it in Tenerife about 20 years ago. They were much more powerful. In the old days, you know, you didn't have all these restrictions on health and safety, and we never had any helmets. We just let rip these fucking quad bikes, and we were spinning round and round and round in a circle and letting all hell let loose, like vortices of dust going up to the clouds, man, and then we'd fly out of them, all the hair flowing back and wild-eyed, all that testosterone pumping through our veins. Who's got testosterone these days? Nobody's got testosterone. What's testosterone? You know, there is a conspiracy, people, to get rid of the human testosterone. You do know that, don't you? They've been doing it for about 100 years. And it seems that they're doing it very, very effectively. Some people speculate it's the fluoride, but there's lots of countries in Europe that we have banned fluoride miraculously. And so we'll have to look for something else that they're putting in the foods. But it's never affected me, and so, you know, I don't know what to say about all this conspiracy shit. You know, they just didn't get me. They never got me at school. They never got me through everyday society. They just didn't get me. They can't get me. I'm ungettable. But they get most people. And I think I think, you know, the conspiracies that they're putting this in the food and it's in the injections and all this sort of stuff. But I just think they don't need to go to those lengths. It's in the propaganda, people, that's where it is. Societies are just constantly pacifying the minions. They're pacifying them subliminally in every shape and form. And that's what's happening, and so there's no real men anymore. I've often made videos about that. Who are you? Who out there? You, any of you? Are you real men? Yeah, come and see me. Pay for me to come to see you. Then you'll see a real man. There'll be a real man on your doorstep. You'll wake up and there'll be a real man in your house. And you'll go, holy fucking Moses, there's a real man in the fucking vicinity. And you'll shit yourselves. I remember when I went to see a friend of mine in Valencia in Spain. Dom, some of you will remember Dom. He was German, but he was living in Spain, and he invited me to go down there because he had some DMT and he was too scared to do it. So I went down there and showed him how you did it, and he said, I wonder if this awaken brave, will reject me if I reach out to him and just ask him for a chat. So he reached out to me and we started to become good friends and everything. And then I went to see him, and then he woke up in that morning and he told me later on in the day, he said, I woke up this morning with some sort of a panic, and the first thing that entered my mind was, he's here. He's in the other room, the awaken brave. Holy fuck. Yes, people. So, I think what I'm going to start doing is I'll set up a business, Rent a Guru. Rent a Guru, people. All you've got to do is pay for me to come to see you, whether it's for a day, a week, or whatever. And we'll go out and we'll engage with each other, and you will have the benefit of my energy, my awesome cosmic energy, and my wisdom, and my high intellect, and my enlightenment. You'll feel that. You'll be in the presence of that. And everyone says that, oh, you're so much different when you're in the present. You just, you're taller, you're better looking, you're just more alive. It's just, it's all going on. There's a very, very big difference, people, when you get the awakened brave in the flesh. Oh yes. And so that's where they all are. That's where all those fuckers are. Yeah, that's where all those chicken packers are, people. Chicken packers and factory workers and office workers, all doing shit for me. They're doing it for me, They're doing everything for me. Their whole lives revolve around me. They serve me in some shape or form, whether they're packing bananas, picking bananas, sweeping the roads, whether they're answering the fucking phones. Whenever I want to speak to someone, there's one of these drones at the end of the phone just for me. Whenever I want some fruit or some bananas, there's fucking drones that have picked them and packed them and sent them and drove them and displayed them just for me. Yes. Well, what else would you expect from God? Of course, everybody paves your way. Paves your way. Some people in the comments to go, hey, this guy, he thinks he's so better than everybody, and everybody else are drones and zombies. Are they not? Excuse me, hello, are they not? Who would say such a thing like that? Who would have an observation like that? A fucking drone, a fucking zombie. I'll get them from time to time, come on the channel. I'll just fucking say no more, and they go away. They just go away. They can't stand the light, they can't stand the power. Fucking silly zombies and drones. Good God, they call out from their fucking stone for about 5 minutes and then they get straight back under it for the rest of their lives. How can anybody with intelligence not make the assessment that the vast majority of the human race are fucking zombies? It's been said 1,000 billion times, and yet people, they don't seem to hear it, they don't seem to recognise it, they don't see it. Why don't they? Because they're fucking zombies, that's why. With an IQ of about 72. That's it, that's the vast majority of the fucking pink idiot. IQ of about 72. But it's a perfect level of IQ because it keeps them press ganged into packing chickens and picking bananas. Picking and packing, that's what they are. Picking and packing to make my life blissful and pleasant. I've got some stuff in my bag that I've picked and packed. Let's see what I've got in my bag. What they've picked and packed. They've picked and packed these. What else have they picked and packed? The little pick and packers they are. The little industrious busy bees, pickers and packers. Oh, they've picked and packed this delicious pear for me. They've bottled this water for me. That's what they do. They do all these things for me, you know, to make my life bliss. So I just walk around this clove, enjoying myself from bed, enjoying himself. Look at Beard enjoying himself in this mountain, with all this picking and packing following my bag. I love pick and packers. I think I'll title this video that. Long live the pick and packers. God bless the picker and packers. The pickers and packers, you got to pick a packet or two. You got to pick a packet or two. You got to pack a chicken or two. You got to pack a chicken or two. Pickers and packers, fucking awesome. And then they have baby pickers and packers for when they die, when they've slaved their whole lives doing all of those menial tasks, and then they have baby ones, and then they continue in their footsteps. Isn't it wonderful? It's fucking awesome. Anyway, so I suppose it'll take me about an hour to walk back, and I don't know, you know, I may even just go down to those sand dunes again. Because, you know, there's nothing worse on your last day when you're kind of just hanging around. Oh, well, you know, we go home today, and so you go and pack, and you do that shit, and you just waste the day, and you waste your fucking life. No, we're not even fucking getting picked up from at least about 7:30 tonight. So, we're going to just fill this day, pack this day with cool shit. But, you know, for me to get over to those sand dunes, I've got to run the gauntlet of pickers and packers, and they're going to be everywhere. They've all got big saggy tits and arses and wrinkly bodies and, you know, smoking fags. And then they're sitting at bars drinking beer, and the fucking belly is like they're going to give birth to a whale any moment, and they're eating chips and fucking pizza. Oh my god. And then you see some of them, you know, it's kind of like, fuck, you motherfuckers have got some balls. Literally, you've got 10-ton testes. And you've got the geezer, he's walking, and you can hear the ground thundering as these fuckers walk along the fucking beach. Dum, 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 dum. And the guy's in the front, he thinks he's leading the way with his fucking belly. It's about 4 meters out in front of him, and he's bent over like that, really bent over to fucking counterbalance the weight. He's fucking like this, boom, 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 boom. And then she's behind, her indoors is behind, and she's got ankles like elephants, and then it's like boom, 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 boom. And you think, fucking hell, these people, they're 1,000 yards from their hotel. How the fuck did they do that? And they've got some balls even attempting it. Give them that. It's not the balls though, is it? It's the stupidity. They just don't seem to realise that they're that. They just don't get it. That, you know, it's kind of like, at what stage in your life would you go, holy fuck, I'm getting a big fat cunt, a big fat blubbering fucking cesspool of vile fucking puss and shit. And at what stage are you going to go, I'm going to do something about that? I think it might have something to do with me being a lazy bastard and just scoffing pizza and drinking beer. I think it might have something to do with that. But no, they don't think about those things. They don't address those things. They just continue being oblivious to it, and they don't even know that they don't necessarily need to suffer. They don't know that, and they don't look at other people, how they're gliding along the top of the earth like they're fucking as light as a feather. They don't realise this shit. Boom, 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 boom. And they can't even fucking see because their fucking sweat's running down over their eyeballs like a waterfall. Oh my god. In actual fact, I'm fucking excited to go and see them again now. Yes, that's what I want to do for the rest of the day. I want to go and look at these fuckers. I do. I want to go and look at these fuckers. And I'm going to walk in front of them, and I'm going to be all fucking nimble and light like this. And I'm going to be skipping over this rock and fucking, you know, doing a few extra footsteps, you know, just to big it up. And I wonder if they're going to go, look at that light being. He's so light, he even defies gravity. He's obviously from another constellation. He's not from here, you know. Yes, that's what I'm going to be thinking. And rightly so. I'm not from here. I belong here. I just came to check up on my chicken packers. That's what I came to do, just making sure everything's in order. In fact, those fucking chickens, have you picked those strawberries? What about those grapes? You get polishing my grapes now, you drones. That's right, that's right. Put them in the fridge and make them nice and cool for me. Yes. I love it, I do. It's fucking wonderful. I can walk down any of these places and I can have nice cool grapes and succulent strawberries and I can have anything I want. And I've never had to work a stroke to pay for all these things. Don't pay. It's fucking gifted from the cosmos. That's what's happening, people. I wonder how either of you feel about that. How do you feel about it? Are you laughing? Are you biting your tongue? Are you fucking chewing on your tongue? Are you like, this awaken brave, bro? Is that what you're doing? Are you a chicken packer? I know lots of you are. Some of you tell me you work in factories, warehouse people. What? Come on, you watch my videos and you're drone away in a warehouse. Are you fucking sure? Are you sure? When you don't have to do any of that, you can just live like a fucking free, cosmic, conscious, fucking enlightened being. Just doing whatever you want to do. There you go and work in a factory. And then you'll take a test to drive a forklift and then you'll tell people around, oh, I've got my certificate for the forklift now, and then you'll think that's the height of your existence. Wow. And then all that stuff you're packing, it's been shipped out for places for me. It's all for me. So any of you that are doing this fucking picking and packing and warehouse working, or even if you're working in an office, tell me what you're doing for me, and I'll tell you how it served me in the past. And that will probably serve me in the future. And I'll go, thank you for all of you that man these phones and you go, oh, such and such a service, how can I help you? And I'm like, you can help me, right? You can serve me. That's what you can do. Because that's what you are, isn't it? A service. Serving me. You're my serve. Okay. And so, how can I help you? Oh, I'll tell you how you can help me. You come round my house and you fix this and you fix that and you fix something else, and you better be here real quick, right? Otherwise I'll be putting in a complaint about you, how your service is very wanting. And they go, okay, oh, I don't want to offend you, an enlightened one. We'll be there as soon as we can. I'm like, you better be and all. So this morning, I'm crossing the highway, and people are beep, 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 you're not supposed to be crossing the highway. No, it's not allowed. And yesterday, I got off the front of the bus instead of the back of the bus, because in the Canary Islands, probably throughout Spain, you're supposed to get on the front of the bus, and then when you get off at the back. So you've got this flowing thing, you know, it's easier. Hello. See that drone there? She didn't even know what to do. Didn't even know what to do. She saw this light being out in the middle of nowhere and thinking, that's incomprehensible. How could he get up here on his own, of his own accord, climbing over these spiky rocks and all these sharp pointy things everywhere? How could he have done that? He must have just made manifest. Yes, that's what I did, I made manifest. So yes, on these Spanish buses, you get on the front and then you get off at the back. And you know, if you've got a lot of people on the bus, then it makes sense if you've got a lot of people getting on. But when I was coming back, I was sitting right on the front seat, just behind the driver, and he was talking to obviously a couple of friends for about the whole duration, about half an hour. And when he stopped, he said to them, you know, in Spanish, obviously you get off the front and don't bother fucking going to the back. And so they got off the front, and so I thought, well, okay, it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, and I'm here anyway, so, and I'm going to be quick, I'm not going to be holding anybody up. And so as soon as he stopped and the fucking doors opened, I just, you know, launched myself out. And then there was one drone, he was a young dude, and he was kind of like, oh, well done, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he said it in fucking Spanish, and you could obviously say, you see what he's saying, you're breaking our rules. And it's kind of, yeah, I'm breaking all the rules, bitch. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm a cosmic rule breaker. Fucking rules. They're rules for you, they're not rules for me. And you know, some people come to this channel and they're like, oh, you're just so big-headed, you just think you're so great and no, you don't have to comply. No, I don't, but I don't. That's the thing, you see. I don't have to comply with it. I don't have to comply with none of it, and I invariably don't. Rules are for the breaking. Rules are for muppets, to keep everybody very herd-like. And then you get people saying, well, if everybody did that, and if everybody did this, but everybody doesn't, because everybody's a fucking idiot. And so they don't. And so there's room for anomalies like me. You see? And there's room for anomalies like me to live my life and enjoy all the fruits of the earth, while all these other drones are providing for me, working 40 hours a week, paying into my coffers. Fucking awesome, people. Awesome. How many of you live this life like I live? How many of you are like, fair play, awaken brave? Yeah, you know how it is. You know, there's a few of you that don't work for whatever reasons, and you know, will be in allegiance with that because you're doing the same. But I'm pretty sure that most of you that are working, you kind of got a little bit of resentment at least somewhere, you know, in that black heart of yours. Come on, you can tell me. In that black heart of yours, feeling resentment for the awakened brave. And you know, when the awakened brave tells you all the time how he's enlightened and how he's just high above everybody else, ooh, you just want to go grrr, 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 don't you? You just, ooh, ooh. And yet you keep watching. You got to keep watching. You got to keep watching the awakened brave, the enlightened one. Can you see how my teeth have got whiter? I've been using that whitening stuff. I'll make a video about it when I get back. They did the job, they've made a lot of difference. And I'm also going to make a video about the lying bastards, those dentists. Those dentists are the biggest corrupt lying motherfuckers on the planet. Yes, they are very, very corrupt people. And I'm going to show you how corrupt they are And I'm also going to show you how you can get completely free of dental work. When they tell you, oh, you can't have this and you can't have that. No, you can. I can. Right? You want to know why I can? Because I'm the man that can. And I'm going to show you how I can. Right? I'll show you. I'll show you all how to do it. And so, people, right. I've got to get over the motorway. I've got to run the gauntlet. And have all them giants. And I've got to find my way like a rat run through those private grounds of the hotels. Got to climb over fucking fences and shit like that. Get down to that fucking drone path on the front of the fucking ocean. See you in a bit.